Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the channel. My name is Liz and I am a part-time reseller in Maryland. And I wanted to share the haul with you today from just 2 yard sales. I will say it was a slow morning. There were only like 3 yard sales in my immediate area. And so I was shocked after that slow start to find so many good things at just a couple of stops. So anyway, I'm just gonna go from left to right. I think that makes the most sense. And my dog is here, so if he sees something out back, he will interrupt us with barking and I'll have to take a quick break. I don't know the values on all of these things. This was just this morning and I have not been able to look everything up, but I'll tell you what I do know. So this little rubber or plastic ghost, these are kind of collectible. They're from, I think, the Casper movie. This is one of like Casper's bullies. I think that's what someone told me. So these are kind of collectible and I don't see them very often. So he might be worth $10 or $15, maybe a little bit more, maybe less, depending on where I sell him. I haven't looked up this official tooth fairy, but look at that face. How can I resist? I mean, it's not creepy enough that someone gets your teeth in the middle of the night without you knowing. He also has to look like this, or is that a she? I don't know. So I don't know how much this doll is worth, but I got a My Buddy doll. Thank you, Commonwealth Picker, because I feel like he gets more than his fair share of My Buddy dolls. Not that I would wish anything else for him because he's awesome, but I'm just saying, like, finally it was my turn to find one. The prices range. I gotta see how he cleans up, but I think, you know, 30 to 50 maybe. I've got a Care Bear, again, reminds me of the Commonwealth Picker suitcase, which is probably a $20 or $30 item. And this is also a Commonwealth Picker plug. I can't help myself. I swear I don't know him, although I wish I did. He had a video the other day that I was watching with micro machines. I don't know if it was one of his friends who found some. I think it was one of his friends. And that's what drew my eye to this little van. And I'm not going to open it up because I'm not really good at putting things back together. But this is like a carrying case play set that opens up and you can play with the micro machines. It sort of flattens out. So the one I found was $100. This one, probably not quite so much, but still, I think I paid $250 for it. So that was pretty good. In fact, I think for this group of 5 toys, I paid $10. So I feel like that's a pretty good flip right there. Okay, everything on this table and on this chair over here, and there's my dog, hi West, was from the same yard sale. So I know this woman was either a hoarder or a reseller, and we all know it can be tough to tell the difference. Some of us are just faster buyers than sellers. What can we say? But anyway, all of this stuff was from her sale, and it was just amazing to pick these things from her. Normally, I don't really like to buy from resellers because their prices are not as low as we need them to be. But these prices were amazing. I think I spent $100 total. Now he's going after the toys. Hold on. I think I spent about $100 total on the stuff on the table and the clothing that I was showing you. I'm moving the toys because the dog thinks they're for him. Hold on. Sorry about that. I knew he would be getting involved. Hey, you're not involved. Anyway, so I think I spent about $100, which is great. I haven't looked up a lot of this stuff, but I'm sure that you guys saw the Pyrex. We have a couple of pieces here. Now, none of those are standouts all by themselves. I actually washed one and kept it. It's the Amish butter print, the smallest Phrygia. That was the last thing I needed for my set of the Amish butter print. This one I've never had before. This is the Bluebirds casserole. That's about a $60 piece, $50 or $60 piece, maybe a little bit more. I need to clean it up, as you can see. This refrigerator dish is that medium-sized one. They sell routinely on Facebook for like $15 and more on Etsy. This was actually an amazing score. You know, I'm drawn to things from the 80s. We won't mention why, but, oh, hi there. This really cool little, I believe it was made in Switzerland, and I would pronounce the name Jean Cocteau. I guess I took years of French, but anyway, this little clock, if it works, and I think my dad will be able to replace its battery easily, is about $250. I've never seen that before. I haven't really looked up these, I think they're like army men or Native American warriors. They're made in England. Leave me a comment down below if you know anything about these types of toys. They're like pot metal is how I would describe them. well, here's a cowboy, so I guess they're cowboys and Native Americans. They do say made in England on the bottom. I haven't really looked those up. I don't know a lot about them. I just hadn't seen them in pot metal before. So I picked those up. These are candle holders. They're like agate. They might be a little bit modern. I'm not sure. Maybe agate or alabaster, but I think those are gonna glow beautifully. So good for the booth. I don't know. I haven't looked them up to see if they're worth shipping, which they might be. This vase is beautiful. It is not signed. It does have some age. The crazing looks authentic, not like that fake Marshall's crazing. So that'll sell nicely in the booth. I'm not shipping that, definitely not. I have a friend who really likes vintage photos. So when I see them and they're inexpensive, I try to pick them up. And look at this, oh my goodness. There's some, I think this woman, isn't she striking? She looks like she should be a famous actress. Anyway, I thought those were really neat. I haven't even looked to see if they're identified on the back. This is a very rare planter. I believe you would pronounce it Floor Art Japan. But look at this cute little bug on here. He's like a frog bug. There's something about him that reminds me of frogs and maybe birds. But whatever kind of bug that is, maybe a ladybug. I thought that was really, really cute and the perfect kind of kitsch. So I feel like that's like a $20 to $30 item on Etsy. This fondue plate, which I've never seen before. It's embossed. It's got that kind of 70s glaze. I'm not sure if these are sterling yet. I haven't looked them up. These are like demi-tasse spoons. They would normally come in a set, I think, of 4. It may have had more than that originally, but I couldn't leave them behind. This dish does have a mark on the back. I think it says The Pleasant Company. So I'm not sure if this trinket dish is modern or not, but I grabbed it because the prices were so good. Like I said, I've got a little wooden koi fish here. I don't know if he's off of something else or if he was a decorative piece on his own. And I don't think he's perfect. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to show you. He might not be 100% perfect, but there. Now he's staring at us and we feel better. Kind of. But he's really cool. So when prices are cheap, I just grab whatever I can as quickly as I can so that I don't miss out on anything. You know I'm drawn to these kind of odd and unique faces, and these kind of have a mid-century vibe. They have like a little bit of rubs on their noses and a little chip down here, but so cool. I think they'll sell no matter where I list them. And this is wood, a little bit chippy, but look at the face on this guy. I mean, it really makes you feel good about looking in the mirror when you think that you're maybe not seeing that. Does that sound mean? Sorry, dude. You look like a very sincere and intelligent person. This is just a little candle holder, but I hadn't seen it before, and I'm drawn to birds. There's a bird on it. What could I do? Now, recently, I sold some ceramic vegetables online, and I think they sold for like $85 for a set. So when I saw this set, I was immediately drawn to it. There are a lot of pieces, and I think the whole group was $10 out of that $100 that I spent. But the bowl itself, I looked it up, it's made in Italy, is about $95 online. So that's awesome. Not that I'm super eager to ship that bowl. It's actually really beautiful, this leaf pattern on it. But I think that I can pack it well enough to ship that safely. And I haven't really researched this vase to find out how old it is or whatever, but the ones I did find using Google Lens, and I did do that at the sale, made me decide that for a low price, which I knew I would pay, it was worth it. Okay, taking a deep breath. So I think this might have been the first piece I picked up at that sale. This is, I think it's oil on board, but I'm not 100% sure. She's lovely either way. She was inexpensive. See the wood on the back? And I think she'll sell well at the booth or online. I'll just have to do a little research. There is a signature, so that's encouraging. And I did buy this giant cloche or bell jar. People like to display all kinds of things in here. Candles or, you know, holly, antlers, all kinds of different things. So I'll probably sell that locally in the booth or to someone locally from Facebook, because I definitely don't want to ship like a 16-inch high bell jar. That's not something I want to do. I don't think that's going to work out for me. I showed you the Pyrex. I haven't looked up this little German, I think it's German, dried flower piece, but how sweet is it? This reminds me of something that Lavender Clothesline would pick up, and she would think it was really sweet too. This could fit anywhere in my house. I could keep it. But all the names of the different wildflowers, I think, are in German. And the sticker on the back is in German. I just thought that was adorable. Little brass easel. That's the second one I've gotten this week. I saw these Vera coasters and grabbed them. I don't love the pattern on these. I like Vera's colorful, floral, or geometric patterns, but new old stock, I couldn't resist, so I grabbed those. This little trinket dish was I just grabbed it. I don't sell a ton of trinket dishes, but it was really pretty. It was a nice size. It has that nice motif. I think it's a newer or faux vintage item, but I haven't looked it up. My friends who know me locally know I love vintage cookbooks, even though I don't like cooking. And I thought this one was really cool. This old Dixie wooden cookbook. These are very collectible. The cocktail books are too. It looks like she might have paid $1.21 at Goodwill. They used to use those black grease pencils, which I guess is preferable to some of the things they use now. So I've sold books like that for $50 to $100. Now, I didn't look up this exact one, so I'm not sure what that one might bring. I believe this is faux scrimshaw, but I think it is probably horn. Now, if you know, or you can tell from this, it almost feels like, yeah, like horn. It doesn't even feel like I've handled a tooth before. I don't think it's a tooth, but I'll look that up and see. I think it's a really neat display piece regardless, and I will look that up. But let me know if you can tell if that's horn or not. I thought this plate was really cool. It kind of has like a Greek look to it. I'll show you what it says on the back. I don't know this company. Again, the grease pencil. So it's vintage via Goldwill standards. Goldwill, yeah, right. Goodwill standards. Gold for them, maybe not for us. Yeah, I don't know this hollow haza. I think it's probably relatively modern, but it has such a cool mid-century look that I thought someone might like to display that. These are empty boxes, which might seem like a weird thing to buy, but they sell in my booth, and people who collect things related to this might want the boxes so that they can display them or add them to their collection. This is just like a little brass bucket, sort of. I don't know what this is. I wonder if any of you guys could leave me a note in the comments. It reminds me of those, like, I don't know if it's called a butter chiller or what the name is, but you put ice underneath and the butter goes on top. That's what it reminds me of, and I'm pretty sure that's not what this is, but that's what it reminds me of. So let me know in the comments, please. I know you guys have some knowledge to share with me, and I need it desperately. I hardly ever find these copper bowls. A lot of the time, these are made in France. These, you know, have seen some days, have some patina. But people love these. They have a round bottom. Let me show you what that looks like. They have this round bottom, which is always so interesting to me. And someone told me why. Is it something to do with whisking? I'm not a cook, remember? Let me know in the comments if you know why these copper bowls, I mean, feel free to look it up. You don't have to know it off the top of your head, why they are round, because I'm gonna forget to look it up. So I got a set of 4 of those, and a set of 3 was about 100 on like a regular site. If you go on like First Dibs or something, it's like $1 million. So I'm now a millionaire, but only First Dibs standards, only by their rubric. Now, I don't buy a lot of action figures, but again, this yard sale is very inexpensive. So I just grabbed these guys. This guy's from Tales from the Crypt. I looked him up in the car, but I didn't look up these guys yet. I haven't even looked to see if C3PO is the original or not yet. I love vintage Christmas stuff. It makes me feel like I'm a kid again. Everybody kept everything, so no, I was not born in the 50s or 60s. But when we used to go to my great aunt's house, she always had stuff like this, and I think I just always have liked it ever since then. So I'm not sure of the value of these. I don't even think I opened this box yet. But it does say tested, just not by me. I bought some sandals that aren't here. I forgot to bring them in here. They're Merrill sandals. They're kind of strappy. They kind of look like Greek sandals for myself. And they're probably like 50 brand new. This is, I would pronounce this Gore-Tex, but someone told me it's Gore-Tex. And I guess it's sort of like a cover up, but you could certainly wear it over a tank top as like a blouse. I guess if you were really petite, it might even work as a dress, but this woman had this one that was new old stock. Look how pretty that is. Again, I'm channeling my lavender clothesline self here because I feel like she would definitely buy that. It still has the tags. I didn't look up prices on those, but if I see the original tags, like this Under Armour cold gear shirt, which I might end up keeping, although it doesn't get that cold usually in Maryland. These all were from that same yard sale, and this is Merrill. I'm not 100% sure if that's wool or not, but what a cute, ouch. I don't know what that was that fell on my foot, but I didn't like it. Look at how cute that coat is. So, a lot of stuff for $100. Hold on, these action figures, they have a mind of their own. Oh my gosh, it's Toy Story coming to life. Everything's like, there's like an avalanche of vintage. So anyway, like I said, I wanted to show you guys the stuff right away because it's gonna get scattered to the four winds as I'm cleaning it or packing it or listing it, and I wanted to capture it right away. I have other finds to share with you from the estate sales and stuff lately that hopefully I'll get to, but nothing quite as big as this haul from just a few hours this morning in my own town. So thanks for tuning in. Please do hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, please, you know, throw a comment down or a question. I'd love to get your input. And luckily my dog didn't interfere with us. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons. When you subscribe, you know it helps the channel grow. We're growing really, really fast and I'm super excited about it. So I really appreciate that. And make sure that you get to go out there. You know, whenever you can, take someone with you if you need assistance, have fun out there. Try to find things that pay you for your time, you know, and never stop searching. I'll see you guys next time.